guys. So I thought maybe something new. I'm going to be streaming a little bit of Football Manager here with the club that I actually love. It's my favorite club. I've been a supporter of it all my life, and that's PSV Eindhoven. So I'm going to be selecting them in a little bit here, just doing some little setup before we can go. So as you can see, you're currently seeing my Beyond Face save, if I'm correct, what you're looking at right now, which is absolutely fine to see. I'm going to be starting up my manager save in a little bit here. Just need to do some tweaks on the stream. Of course, once again, like all of these series, I am going to buy players based on their how do I say this properly? Based on data, so based on their attributes, so how good they're doing. That's how I usually do it. That's how I play all of my games, but I've tweaked it a little bit, and I will actually show you later on how I've tweaked it, because I did make sure that it worked the other way around. So before, and I can show you that, I think I can show you that here. Let me see. Need to just log in here. Just need to log back in. Now let me just do that real quick, so I can keep explaining again. But basically, what I always did is I just buy players based on data, so I load them into my spreadsheet, and you'll see this later on as well. It usually helps very well. And let me just refresh this, and then we should be fine. Yep, there it is. So I don't think that did anything. Let me just check this real quick. Just starting the stream up on my other channel or on my other page, so that I can see that it runs well. Let me show you what that Excel actually looks like. I need to make sure that it's as big as the other one, otherwise it will look cramped on your screen. So this is the Excel here. You should be able to see it now, and here we'll fill in all the data. We'll just get it straight from the game. And what I've done here is I've made some tweaks, because I want to see if the physicals of players actually matter that much. So I've upped all of these to be more important than they actually should be. Because I feel like if someone has good pace and good agility, then they are already very good players. So yeah, I've changed that around a little bit, but we'll see about that later on. Let's for now set up the save how we want it to. I think that's the best thing to do here. Sorry for the little bits of coughs, I'm a little bit sick. Let's see. Okay, start new game, career. So, right here, club manager. We're not gonna do international management, I don't think. Let's do club management. Newest update, 24.3, of course. Choose game mode. I'm going for the original advanced setup, and then we'll just select the leagues that we want to add here. It's gonna be tough though to select the ones that we want here, but we will go for choosing starting so limited to the Netherlands. Yeah, I understand. Pre-season, let's do early. You want to be there as early as possible. Here of course you can add continents. I don't think we're going to adjust this rule like a lot. Let's just leave that out. But what I always like to do is add like some leagues, such as usually it doesn't add Portugal, but now I see it did. We could add like USA. That's always nice and always cool. Mexico is also cool. Let's add Mexico actually. From these ones I don't really want to add anything. I'm looking right here what I would like to add still. Italy's not in, so let's add Italy, Spain, Switzerland. Yeah, what I do always like is to have Austria in as well. I think that should be fine for now. So we have a rather large database here, which is nice. So what I'll do with that is actually, that should be fine. Austria, let's do the Premier League division, and let's do playable / view only. Belgium, I rather just only have view on. Let's, yeah. You know what the thing is? If you do playable, you'll see that a lot more players get loaded in. However, the ones that I don't really intend to play, like Italy, Mexico, I will just do view only. Let's see if that changes anything if we go to the French national. No, it doesn't. So Bundesliga, let's leave that in. Maybe we wanna venture out later on, but I think like this should be fine. I kind of wanna also include the third league of them. Same goes for here, same goes for here, same goes for here, because the third Liga, you do tend to find some very good players there. This I believe completely. Let's add that as well. That should be fine. Prevent the use of the game in-game editor. I will always click, so it makes it more real. And then we should be able to go to start the game in Netherlands, July 2023, which is almost 1.5 years ago. But we'll load in and see how it happens. It's loading in. If you're watching it back, you can skip it. I think it might take like a couple of minutes. However, it's going pretty steady actually. I didn't expect that, to be fair. So that's nice to see. Yep. Alright, so we're not using that profile. We are going to create a new one. Oh, actually. No, I have messed it up completely. I didn't read, which I usually do. Okay, so it's all back, that's fine. Let's load in. 2000, 42,000, so my bad, let's load it in again. Yeah, it's funny. So it's loading in. You can also play with disable player attribute masking. That's cool if you ever want to do a Moneyball save. What you then just do is you mask everything, so you only get to see how good that player actually is, like in real life. So you go based on scored, how many they scored, etc. Let's use this profile and let's edit it. Not that. I will keep him all the same. However, I think you have to do that later on. So, right here, I don't know why we don't have a badge here actually. It should be fine. Squad budget is 256,000,057. It's actually good. Very big stadium. Our history, we've come in second the past couple of seasons. We become the champions quite a lot over the time, finishing not lower than 4th, so a very good team. Of course the big teams in the Netherlands are Ajax Amsterdam, and also very well known probably by everyone is Feyenoord, who are also a decent team and actually won it in 22-23. It's very good for them. You may also know AZ, which is a good team, Twente, and of course FC Utrecht, which are very big teams, and Vitesse, but they have actually been relegated in real life and they're having a very tough time. But we're going for PSV Eindhoven. But I think you can edit your chosen club details that I don't want to add. Yes, why? Why is it doing that? I don't want to create a club. Did I click create a club? That would be very sad. Start a new game. This is not going well so far. You might think I'm a noob, but I'm actually not. I have like 2,000 hours in this game and I don't know what's going wrong here. No. Start a new game. Career. Yes. Yes. Choose game mode. Yes. Advanced setup. Yes. Alright. Do I now need to add the leagues again or? Okay, no. That's still there. Okay, let's start the game. Apparently I clicked create a club. So yeah, zoom around. I need to hit the bathroom and get some water, so I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are again. Let's click the guy that we want to do. say use this profile, and right here we've got it. So since this is kind of like an RTG, I wanna make it not too easy on myself. Let's do let's say that we've been a regional footballer, maybe local level. Yeah, they're saying that I need to be an international continental level footballer, but to be fair, if you look at it, then you see that however, Sunday League footballer. Yeah, that's actually who I've been. Let's see, what do I think is the most fun? The most fun would be to just have what they expect us to have. So let's just do that. And how I set this up is actually always the same. I always take off everything from fitness to goalkeeping, and I put everything in attacking and defense. I don't mind working with youngsters, I don't mind set pieces, but I'd rather invest in this. So this is how I usually set this up. Then on the other end we have of course the mental abilities. Adaptability is only needed when you want to get employed in a different climate. I've never actually seen it be that useful. People management I do like. Level of discipline I also like, but I don't think it's that important. Knowledge levels I don't think it's that important, because I'd rather just have my assistants bringing it in and I trust on the data from the Excel sheet. Determination I do like, because I like to get my way with the board. However, I think at some point it's pretty useless. So let's do level of discipline. Determination 15 should be fine, and let's do youngster knowledge, because that's actually makes it easier to bring in good youth. So I'm gonna confirm it like that. So as you can see, everything is normal. This is always what you get when you start a new save. This is the team for people who don't know. Veerman Schouten, current internationals of the European or of the Dutch squad, which is very good. Most of these players actually already left last year, but of course since FM25 hasn't been out yet, we have these guys right here. And of course you see a lot of players in on loan, so that is very good. I don't need any of this, I just want to confirm and I want to save this. Let's save that real nicely right there. So here you see play takes charge at PSV. I am going to adjust this, by the way. I am going to put the standard zoom to 85% just because I like it more. If that makes it not visible what I do, please let me know and I'll adjust it back again. But for me it's just way nicer to see, to have that. So let me know if it's workable. If not, I will adjust it back again. I will go to put in a little sneeze. Ah, bless you, thank you very much. If you're in the chat and you want to say something, go ahead and type. Also, if you have any suggestions of what can be done better, please let me know. It's the first time I'm actually trying to stream, so. Here we go, supporter profile. You'll see 29,000 season tickets holder and 35,000 on the waiting list. This vision is completely fine by me. We need to be competitive in the Champions League, continue winning the Eredivisie next season. This season we can challenge for it. And we need to be competitive in the Super Cup, which should be fine. Minimum 3-year contracts for first team players. Always tough, that one, but we'll see what we can do. Except current vision. These players are in their last year of contract. Interestingly, there's really not a lot of players that I would like to renew. Maybe Tim van der Heuvel here, which I like as a player. Of course, Bababi I would like, and if the chance arrives, maybe Andre Ramalho if you don't find anyone better, but 35k is a lot of money to be playing for someone who I find quite average. Sambo might get a new contract, but I don't know what his future will be for us. Then we're going into the tactics. Of course, I already have some tactics right here, and it's actually opened the right one for a change. I'm going to be using this one. I've used it. couple of years now, or a couple of times now, and I like it. It's a very good 4-2-3-1. I'm not a tactical genius, so I'm gonna be honest, I've taken this one from the website FM Scout, where you can also find the best tactics for your Football Manager save. If you don't know how to get them, or how to download them, or how to get them in here, please select that link and you'll find it, no trouble. So we now have the team here. Let's go through these emails, and of course the first thing that I would really love to do is to not go to the scouting, see what kind of money we have working. 13 million, so we could spend some of that. We do have some good focuses here. I would like to add a player focus, however not sure how we should approach that. If I should already put those in, or let it search them for now. So I think for now I'm going to leave this as it is. Maybe create one, which is for any position in the tactic. Now I'm gonna go any. I'm going to just make this youngsters. I'm going to make them between 15 and 20 is what I would like. Minimum ability can be that. Minimum possibility will be 3.5. I will make this ongoing forever, because I think this is a very good one, and I'm just going to add that it's my own one, so I don't get confused a lot. Alright, so now that's done. For some reason it is showing us all the players that are in range here, which is not completely what I would have wanted. What I will do here is, you have the scouted players list, so these are all the players that we have scouted, and right here you can see all the players that are in range. So of course we haven't scouted these ones yet, but if we fill in all player data in here, you'll see that these are all the players that are in here, so they're all existing currently. To keep it fun, and to keep it more reasonable, I would like to only focus on the players that I've actually scouted. So you'll see that PSV Eindhoven have actually already scouted some of these players. This is gonna fill up the more you do scouting. Of course, you'll see here there's information about the players that are being brought in, so that's good. So we're just gonna let this fill up, the scout players tab, and once it's been filled up a little bit more, then I am going to put them into the Excel, and we're going to see who we wanna play and where. But what we can already do is we can go to squad, and we can go ahead and click on this custom save that I've made, main data, and then we just go Ctrl A, because I think this is the newest one that I've created. Yeah, Ctrl A, Ctrl P, web page. Yep, and then we're saving it here. We make it PSV squad. So what that means then is that I have it saved somewhere in here, and that information I can load into this file. So I'm going to switch to the Excel here, and you'll see I've loaded it in here, so it's a simple copy paste, and then it shows me here who are the best players in each role. And since we've just seen the tactic, and in the tactic I'm going to be using fullbacks and ball playing defenders, that means that wingbacks can be hidden, ball playing defenders can be hidden. I am using defensive midfielders, so I wanna keep those guys in, so ball winning midfielders can be hidden, Zella can be hidden, and central midfielders can be hidden, and the same goes for Secunda Volante. Shadow striker I am not going to use. I'm going to use an attacking midfielder, inside forwards, and advanced forwards. So right here I can immediately see who is the best player in each position, which is always nice for me. So right here you'll see Noah Lang is the best in that position, and I would like it if it would actually sort the right way, because now it's not sorting the right way. But we're just gonna have to make it work. as you can see here, we have of course 2 goalkeepers. So you see, I have Walter Benitez here, goalkeeper, and I have Joel Drommel. And as you can see, based on the stats, Walter Benitez is at 13.3. And how is this calculated? It just takes all the attributes from the players, and it goes and it looks for the sweepkeeper role. It counts the ones that are in green, which are also in green in game, as 125. The blue ones it counts for 75%, and the other ones it counts for 0. All of that counted up, and if a player had 20s in all of these colored stats, then it would get the rating 20 right here as well. However, it doesn't have 20, so that is a little bit of a shame. So that means that he's not a perfect player, but hey, can we really expect him to be? No, we cannot. So let me just undo this real quick, hide these guys, and then what I will do is I will grab these players. I will actually put them in the compare tab. And why in the compare tab? Because here we can just easily compare them to what they should have had. And I see that this number is not correct, so let me just edit that like that. And right here we'll see the exact same thing as you saw before. So I'm going to unhide them here, and I'm going to hide them here. So we don't need the wingbacks, we don't need the defensive midfielder, we do need, so we don't need all of these. Can be hidden. So these are all the roles that we're using, and now the sorting will actually be a little bit easier for us. So as you can see, Walter Benitez will be our goalkeeper, and Joel Drommel will be our backup. I wanna make this a little bit easier for myself to see, so I will make this a little bit smaller, because I actually know all of these out of the top of my head, and now these have come back, which is a little bit of a shame. Let's hide them again, and then we should be fine like that. Let me just do that, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that. Okay, so Walter Benitez and Joel Drommel, they've been our 2 goalkeepers. So what I then do, and I will do that off, I will do that behind the camera when we're looking at the Excel sheet, is that now I will take Walter Benitez, put him right there, and I will take Joel Drommel and I will bring him up right there. So if Joel Drommel, he's 26 years old, he's Dutch, no caps, he's worth a little bit of money, but as you can see, Walter Benitez is a lot better. And if we go and compare them to each other, you'll see the exact same thing, but it's nice to have it in, how do we say that, in some numbers expressed. So you see that Walter Benitez is just a lot better when it comes to the key things, and he's worse at eccentricity, but you don't want a goalkeeper with eccentricity in Football Manager, at least I think so. So now that we've done that, for the goalkeepers we're going to go back, and we're going to also do the same, but this time for the fullbacks. So let's check who are the best fullbacks. Now you'll see right here that the absolute best fullback for us is Jerry Schouten, but this guy is absolutely insane also in the defensive midfield position. So what I would rather do is have someone who's this good not play in the back. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to not select him, and I'm going to go to Jordan These. I see he's at 13.1, and he's also okay in other things, so I'm going to make him a fullback. Oliver Piscagli, I know that I would like him to play as a ball playing defender because I rate his stats as a player, so I'm going to make him play as a ball playing defender, while Armand Obispo will get the other fullback spot. However, as you can see here, I see Armando Obispo as a 13.1 ball playing defender, and I see Serginho Dest, who is worth a ton of money, being worth almost 31 million, and he can also play there. However, the problem with Serginho Dest is that he is being loaned in. Of course, in real life we have actually bought him, but in this game we didn't. So what does this tell me? Dest is going to be a fullback in the reserves, and the same goes for Patrick van Aanholt. Why? Because I know that Joey Veerman is very good at other positions, and I'm not going to be playing it as a fullback as of yet. And Andre Amalio is probably going to be a very good ball playing defender in the reserve. So now we have filled out our fullbacks. We're going to go to the ball playing defenders, and you'll see once again Andre Amalio is actually our best ball playing defender. Jari Schouten is the second best, but like we just said, we are not going to use him there. We are going to use the next best thing, which is going to be Almel Bella Kutschap as our reserve ball playing defender. Now, you'll see a lot of players here. And here we're running into our first issue. And that is that we actually do not have a ball playing defender in the reserve which is actually good there. Because as you can see, all of these players, they're not ball playing defenders. And the only one who could actually play as a ball playing defender, we have made a fullback right here, Armando Obispo. So that makes me think, what should we do about this? Because I do know that we have a fullback in the rest here, Serginho and Van Aanholt, but we also still have Sambo here. That makes me wonder, hey, I have a fullback here, I have a fullback here. What am I going to do with these guys? And what that makes me think is that actually Armando Obispo is going to be our ball playing defender in the rest, because I need him there. And then Sambo is going to be our fullback in reserve, and that means that actually Serginho Dest is going to get upgraded to the fullback position. So what does that look like once again? In Football Manager, well, looks like this. Serginho Dest is going to be our player right there. Poskakli is going to form the center of the defense together with Ramalho. Obispo and Bella Kutschap are going to be the backups. So Bella Kutschap also loaned in, as I already knew. He's going to fit right there. And the same goes for Armando Obispo, who is going to be our backup. Then Patrick Van Aanholt is our backup left back, so he's going to slot in right there, which is nice. Then we also had Sambo, who's going to be our backup right back. So he's going to slot in right there. And like we said, is that the other player who is going to be our fullback is going to be Jordan Deze. So we have him right here. However, Deze is best fitted to play at the right back position, and Dest can play on both. So we're just going to switch those guys around. Then I am already very happy that these guys know how to play in their positions, but I do believe that Dest could still improve a lot in that position. So I'm going to go defender left, fullback, and we're going to go attack. So he will now train his abilities to be a better fullback in the attack. Alright, so with that out of the way, we have actually got our defense. So we're now going to move on to the midfield, and let's see how that will look like. And here we are. So you'll see defensive midfielders, we have got one who's very good. So that is going to be Jari Schouten. He's going to be our defensive midfielder. And what I actually really like to do is to take someone who's not very good at the defensive midfield position, but is very creative, with Joey Veerman, and put him in there. Then for our advanced midfield position, we have actually two persons who can play there very well, and then it becomes a little bit slim. So Noah Lang is perfect for the position with a 14, which is actually insane for him. So I am going to try to put him in there. Then as for his backup in those positions, I still will have to take a look. As for the inside forwards, of course, we're going to have Herman Lozano there, which is a very talented winger already, who is ready to play there on that level. And then we could either go for Malik Tillman, Luc de Jong, or Ismail Saibari, and I think I will go for Ismail Saibari. So we will put him in as an inside forward, and then of course the advanced forward role is going to be none other than Luc de Jong. So now we have our first team selection. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So right here we'll have Luc de Jong, like I said before. In the advanced forward position, we'll have Saibari. On the left side, we'll have Noah Lang as an advanced midfielder, attacking midfielder, sorry. And then on the right side, we said that we would have Irving Lozano. So this is going to be the team. Then, Jerry Schout is going to be playing right there next to Joey Veerman. And why Joey Veerman? He's not a good defensive midfielder, and you can see why. He doesn't really like to stay that far behind because he's very creative, has good passing, and he lacks a little bit of marking. However, this guy with his great passing from up here will do wonders, I believe, for this team. Malik Tillman was a little bit better than the guys before, but we have him on loan with an optional fee of 12.5 million to get this guy in, and I think that's a little bit too steep for how good he can be. So for now, I'm leaving him on the bench. If someone gets injured, I might play him, but for now, I don't think it's worth for me to put him as a starter. Then we still have a few persons left, so let's make another switch to the Excel sheet to find out who we still need to divide. So we still need a defensive midfielder in the reserves, and that could be Hustil or Maro Jr. I will make Maro Jr. that because I know Hustil can play somewhere else a lot better, and also I will make sure that Tillman will be that defensive midfielder in the res. For advanced midfielder, I will put in Hustil as the reserves, and that means that Bakayoko will immediately be the inside forward in the res, and Bababi will be the same. One player left, and that's Pepe, who will be an advanced forward in reserve, but these guys will hopefully also get a lot of playing time. So what does the full team look like then? Well, we'll have Ricardo Pepe, who is the 11th man. Then we'll have Hustil as our advanced midfielder, Mauro Junior as our DM, Malik Tillman as our DM, and Isaac Bababi and Johan Bakayoko as the inside forwards. Bababi is still young. He is, let me see, I think right-footed, yeah, and Johan Bakayoko is left-footed. So I'm going to hope and train that Bakayoko will play on the right side as an attacker. As in support. So let me just put him to support, and then I will do the same for Bababi, but of course Bababi will play from the left side in support. Very good, very nice. Then, because I know the game might focus on either one of the two, so it might focus on either this one or on this tactic, but we're going to make sure that we always use this tactic. What I will then do is I will save, and that is the team saved. Of course, now I'm looking, okay, what do we want to do here? I will not put you on loan, actually. Let's remove that loan status, because I don't want you to go out on loan. Because I think we currently have a very good team. Let's take a look at how the contract situation is currently being handled, and right here you can see we're paying a lot of money for Irving Lozano, which I don't think he deserves. He's good, but just not that good. Andre Ramalho, he also only has 1 year in his contract left, so we're paying a lot of money which we can spend more wisely if we get the chance to. After that, I usually just go and have a look at the youngsters that we currently have in the club, and of course, since I'm a fan, I already know which youngsters have good potential. As you can see, these guys all have good potential, but only these 4, let's see, those 5 I will bring up to the B team, and then in the B team I will have a look at the players who I think are worthy of the senior team, which will definitely be Tigoland. I'm moving him up already. But before I move him up, let's do one thing that I always like to do, and that is go to your squad, go to the filter, select the B team and under 13s, and then do the exact same thing as we just did. So select all the stats from the players, go ahead and click on web page. We will save it as PSV squad, save that, and we'll get the exact same thing, which we can plop into the Excel, which I will show you right here. So here we delete this, and then we go ahead and we up it right here, and you'll see all the stats of the players, which is actually very nice to see. So right here you can actually already see a little bit how good certain players are, and what I then would like to do is always just select the ages of the young players. So here you see what those players currently look like. So you'll see here as a goalkeeper, Nick Schicks and Kjell Peermans are actually on an okay level. Not quite good enough to really play with us, but hey, they're not too bad. Then you'll see here Frederik Oppegaard is actually already very good. He could be a help for the first team. Same goes for maybe Koen Jansen, Tigo Land, Tim van der Heuvel, Jason van Duiven. So those 4 guys is what I'm looking at. If we then just go and we select them in their natural positions, you see Koen Jansen might be a very good player to just get into the first team. The same goes for CG Riley, might be interesting as a 12.2 already in that ball winning midfield position. But the most interesting, of course, for me are the positions that I am currently playing a lot of players in. So 12.8, Jason van Duiven is actually a very good player here. If we go ahead, he's already a 12.4 when it comes to inside forward and advanced forward. Of course, people probably already know how good he can be. Javon Simons as well could be a good player. So what I'm seeing here from all this information is that I want to include Jason van Duiven, Javon Simons and Tigo Land into the team, because I think they could really make a difference. And maybe also if we go ahead and we go to that midfield position and we select right here, you'll see Koen Jansen might be interesting, Tim van der Heuvel, Tigo Land. I think those are the most interesting ones. So after we've done all of that, I'm going to just Ctrl Z this, so that we just get the right information in again, and we can easily return back to FM24. And we haven't even simulated one game into the future, and we've been doing so many things already. So what does that mean? What did we just discuss? Tigo Land will go to the senior team just as Javon Simons. Then also we have decided that his brother would come in, and his brother is not Robin van Duiven but Jason van Duiven. Let's move him to the first team. Tim van der Heuvel we wanted to have in, and I think that is about it. Koen Jansen actually also. Let's move him in. And CJ Egan Riley is actually on loan for some reason. I don't know how that worked out. And Frederik Oppegaard, let's also move him to the main team. Also move Ledesma here, because I do believe, however, Ledesma is not good enough, but he is definitely worth a pretty penny. So we could be able to just sell him on for 1 million. So that's what I'm going to be doing actually. I'm going to try to sell him. Jason van Duiven is out on loan, so we can't really recall him. So let's see how he does right there. Frederik Oppegaard is also out on loan, also can't recall him, so let's see how he does there. Boy Waterman we brought in because he's actually our third choice goalkeeper, emergency backup, so happy to have him in. Koen Jansen as a backup left back. Of course we do have Armando Obispo who's injured for 3 to 5 months, and Mauro Junior who's out for 5 to 6 months, and Lozano who's out for 3 to 4 weeks. So always nice to have these guys in. What I will do is these guys of course do need to get to play with us a lot of the times, but I'm going to make them available for the B team for now. Alright, so enough talking. That's it for now, I would say. What we need to do is this needs to fill up. So the scout to player tabs really needs to fill up. It's very important for us. What I always do So I go to stuff and it gives me all of these things. I go to tactics or match, and I make sure that I don't have to lead the friendlies because I hate leading the friendlies. I don't attend this meeting always because the board never says anything useful. The set pieces I usually just walk through and then delegate it to someone who knows something about it. For this I'm going to leave this as it is. I think we're doing pretty okay here. I'm going to see if I can hire 2 sports scientists. Because I reckon those are going to be important. I have once tried to look up why these guys are important, but I really can't tell you anymore. I think they make it easier to see what the pressure is on players when it comes to their how long you can play them and how many injuries they can get, something like that. And then that's what they do, so they prevent it, and then the physios actually treat it. So something like that. I believe it was. I can't quite remember. Homegrown, it's always interesting to see, but nothing really we need to worry about. Code of conduct's also not really interested to me. Team leader's only 1, and the rest is more influential. Introduce yourself to the squad, let's do that. I have finalized that. I have nothing else to talk about, that should be fine. Superb training facilities. Alright, we haven't even looked at the club yet further. If we go to facilities, I see a lot of affiliates and I don't really like this. Let's cancel this link. Let's cancel this link. Don't think that's necessary, and let's cancel this link so we can add them up later. Excellent academy coaching and excellent youth recruitment, superb training facilities and superb youth facilities. So we should be getting a lot of good youngsters in, but yeah. You never really know, do you know? So we start with a friendly against our own B team. I don't really want to meet the press. I don't like that at all. Little tip: if you're playing this game and you're struggling a little bit for money, schedule, arrange. I think we're on a training camp here, yeah, but right here we have a Super Cup, right? And after these games we surely want to play like 2 more games at least. So I would just go for home and then go largest and then just invite like some big ticket teams to play for you. It could cost you 850k and you'll get 1.4 million, and you may think to yourself that doesn't really do a lot, but 500,000 on a budget. With 500,000 I can pay my team's wages for, what is it, 2 weeks? 1 week. So if we didn't schedule those, then we would have less money to spend next year again. Just always do it, it's always good. Always talk to your players about their injuries, however I don't think it really matters. And our first sports scientist guy joined us, which is very nice. These 2 friendlies, we could cancel them, but since they're on a training camp, it doesn't really matter. I don't wanna have to deal with all of that. Okay, our second sport scientist is also in, which is good to see. And since it's been a little bit longer, you see, players are getting in. However, these have not been fully scouted, so we do want all players on here to be fully scouted, since if they're not fully scouted it won't really work in the Excel sheet as we want to. But what I usually do is I just select on A, B or C ratings, and if it's lower than C I won't really bother scouting it any further, because I don't think it's worth it. Because the game does give you like a heads up, a little heads up at least, of how good a player actually is. So don't bother yourself trying to look too much for that. Alright. So what happens here is usually you can tell the players that they're doing well. Now since we've just joined we can't. But in a while we can. And that really helps to keep the morale good. You really need to make sure that you keep the morale good in your team, because that's even more important than anything else, I'd assume. Wolves here wanna actually loan out Ramalho and then after 10 matches buy him. I would agree with that, because they're taking over all his wages and then buy the player from us. We was going to probably leave on a free contract after anyway. That does mean that if he were to get loaned out, we need some backups. Because of course even Jerry Schouten could play there, Jordan Tays could play there, Obispo could play there, a lot of players can play there, but I feel like the squad is getting quite thin that way. So I'd rather not have that. Alright, do I agree with where they're playing? Yes, they can play for the B team in that friendly right here, which you will see. Season tickets, 17k is sold. We're going up to 26k, which is lovely to see. And since we just had that friendly against Willem II, you'll see that the players are a little bit fatigued and some of these don't have playing time yet. So what I usually do is I go quick pick, and if that doesn't solve it, I will go full rotation, and then you'll see all of these players with lacking sharpness are getting played, and that's what you want to see in those games. So here these players I'm just going to agree upon. Always click fully scout players. That's the best thing to do in my opinion, to fully scout them all the way through. I'm going to just keep scouting until like the end of July. Beginning of August we will load them into the Excel sheet and see who are actually going to make our team better. Because as you can see, Mayo is leaving. If he plays 10 games, then he's gone forever, and he gives us a nice little check. But as you remember, he was our best defender with 13.4. So we're going to need to find a good replacement for him. If by that time, of course, he is leaving. You never know. And give me just 1 minute here. Sorry for that, I didn't realize that muting my mic actually makes that hard of a noise. So we could give them some Dutch courses. I will actually give them to Walter Benitez and Pepe, but Ramalho is leaving anyway. They're telling me that this guy should better be played in the lower teams. I don't agree though. Actually, Hansi Flick has been appointed coach of Ajax, which is interesting. After Bayern and Germany, he now goes for 16.7k to Ajax, and he's absolutely insane. That is an alternate universe. Let's see how our friendly against MVV went. 0-8. That is a tough beating for them. That's good for us. Ander Ramalho could leave, and let's accept that. That is 35k from his wages off the books, and also they're paying us 45k a month, which means that in the whole time they will pay us almost $500,000 for his services. If we then go to the scouting budget, you'll see we have 71k in the scouting budget again, which is absolutely insane. And the first thing that I will do with that money is see if Bababi wants to stay longer. He currently has 3.2k. Let's keep him let's do it like that, and then make him a regular starter. I think he will like that. 5 years. I don't like these wages to be increased like that. I don't like the minimum release clause. So let's see. Am I prepared to give him this? Let's go 13k. Maybe he'll accept that. Let's do 14 but 5 years. Okay, because I think he's a massive talent. And if he's earning 14, then let me just find out contracts. If he's earning that much. Wait, why is... Oh, they still filtered in. Then he will earn the same as Jordan Deze, maybe a little bit less. I think that's okay. Joey Veerman is on very low wages. If he earns 7k a week, he's one of our best players. But he has a contract for 3 years, so let's leave him there. And we will replace him. Well, of course, it will be Joey Veerman, the guy we just talked about. So that is nice, nice, nice. Okay, another friendly gone, winning 6-1 against the Graafschap. And now the big games are coming. Let's do another full rotation. Boywatman doesn't actually need playing time. Let me see if anyone needs playing time here. Yeah, he needs playing time actually. Sabari is still injured, so he'll take some time, but I think that should be fine. So we're doing a-okay. Nothing seems too important here. Only a week or so until we find out how many players we've scouted. Skip this draw actually. Just wanna see. Stoomgras, okay. Stoomgras. And after that, is that already known? League path. Playoff. No. Will be drawn after, or if we've beaten them. Of course it will save. Yeah, let it save. Let's go to stuff. I'm kidding, let's go to players, scout the players and see what we have. Okay, so that's already a lot better. What kind of team is this? Casaviata. Which team is this? Theo Hernandez. Ah, this is Milan. Ah, interesting. Yassir Adli. I've actually not heard that name yet. So right here again we have some players that don't have, or haven't been scouted properly yet. So I really want them to be scouted since they're B players, which means that we think they could be pretty good. But of course, if I don't know, then we're not gonna get the right information in the datasheet. So I really would like it if they could just hurry up and scout these players. So let's go ahead and do that, and hopefully they'll have the scouting reports by August. Pjanic, we're playing for Shaka in the United Emirates. Yeah, you're a good player, but you're all being scouted. That's good. They're all in progress, so you're all fine. Very nice. Once again, looking at the players that could play here. Let's give Ledesma some playing time here, and maybe also, I don't know if he can. Yeah, okay, he can. That's good. Okay. So we're now playing against Manchester City here, and now I just want to go full rotation and see which players I need to give some playing time. It doesn't seem like I need to give someone some playing time. Sabari, I don't want to really play yet because he's not back to full training. Anyway, and we lose that friendly. We have another injury, which is a little bit of a shame. Alright. So as I said, 1st of August, it's almost there. That's where we're working towards. Because if we reach that day, then we have scouted probably enough. And there we go, Itzhak Bababi. 5 years longer to PSV Eindhoven, and he's already very close to the first team, like we just said. So they're saying that these guys need to go back to under 16 football. I disagree. You're playing in South Korea. Why would we wanna bring this guy back? 16 heading though. That is a good header. But of course we have the king of headers with Luke de Jong. How much is his heading? 18, yeah. Of course it is. Best header in the world. No, we have another friendly there. Well, I didn't schedule that, and I'm definitely not going to go through with that one, because then my players will be too much fatigued. I do not want that. You can actually play that game, and Koen Jansen can also play that game, because I'm not going to need them in this friendly. In this friendly, I'm not going to play Jurgen Lozano. Bakayoko can play, and Ismail Sabari can play to get some playing time. The last friendly for our first ever game. I am going to make a oh, we actually beat them. Oh, that's interesting. I'm actually going to have a quick look here if we've already scouted those players well enough, and it doesn't look like it. So I think as there's already a bid in for Allen, and I really like a player like Allen. So we're scouting him. Let's scout him. They need to go a little bit quicker with the scouting. It's also already wanted, but we're never gonna be able to pay that guy. But this might be a very nice guy to bring in. 7.4 mil is quite a lot of money. So I did say 1st of August, but let's wait a little longer. As Van Arnold is back again, which is nice to see. Update that, update this. Why do they still schedule that friendly? I do not want that friendly right there. We're already very good. I think after the Champions League games, it might be easier for us to spend some money, because for the Champions League games you just get a lot more money. A lot more money in. So that does mean that I'm not going to buy any new players until those games are over? Well, hello. But after those games, I'm definitely going to see if I can buy some of those, some new players. Because now with Romario being gone, being loaned out, we're going to have to play someone else there. Yeah, for those under 18s, we don't really need anyone to play there. Right. Right. Some are friendlies who are almost arriving. Yeah, I know that he's better fitted to play there, but I would like him to get some playing time in the first team. So we could either put this on low or not, or put this on high, then they'll be positive and here they'll be negative. But let's just keep it the same for now. That should keep them happy, and we don't especially need that extra money. As you can see, we've just scouted all of those players and that their scouting reports just came back. We're still scouting this guy, scouting this guy, scouting this guy. Let's see if there's anything else here. No, we're still scouting you. We're scouting you, yeah. No. We are scouting you, but we're not scouting these guys. Port, scout. Port scouts, because they could be potentially the players. I have already selected those guys. Those are still the same. And then we also have some here, which I find interesting. C's might not be the best, but of course, if you get a Ander Herrera, and he is for free, but I think this guy wants an insane amount of wages. Yeah, 60k. It's almost not doable. But of course, if we were to lower his demands, we're just going to out-select everyone. Why are these guys not in? Because they are injured for a long time. Send assistant, because I don't want to be in any press conferences. They are boring AF, and still actually can't tell them they're doing well. I think might be possible later than that. If you do that and you do praise them, it's always good for your morale, like I just said before. So always recommend praising them if you can. We're not going to buy him. Okay, so here we're setting up. Let's see. Click the main team. But we have a lot of injuries, as you can see. Sambo is injured. Bispo. Let's just bring anyone we can. Don't need to bring a third goalkeeper, I don't think so. I'd rather bring Javon Simons. Then Joey Veerman is also injured, 62 days, so can't play him. So think we're going to have to play Tigo Lamp there. And that means that we actually do have space for our backup goalkeeper. Alvaro Ramalho is out, as we know, so Jordan Tates is going to play there, and we need someone else to fill in the backup, the fullback position. Then right here we'll put in Patrick van Aanholt, and Hervé Lozano is also still injured for 6 to 12 days, so he also can't play. So we will play Noah Lang there and actually move Gustil to the advanced midfield position, and that should be all fine. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries, which is not great, but yeah, you can't really do anything about that. Submit the team, possible 12 substitutes. We are bringing 11. All the best, have fun. Of course, you see the nice Kuip or the Amsterdam Arena. Maybe this is being played in. Skip that, skip that, skip this, and then adjust this to how I like to play it, and that is key highlights, match speed during highlights a little bit more up, and I would like to play to the classic. camera, and the key highlights will be. Ah, okay, very nice. So we were talking about the injuries, right? We have another one. Luc de Jong is out, so yeah, I don't know what that means. Maybe Ricardo Pepi. So we already had to make a 7-minute substitute because Luc de Jong actually got injured. But I have faith in Pepi. That is a bad pass. That is a very bad pass. That is good, and then we lose it again. I was gonna say that doesn't look like a highlight for us, but it actually turns out to be. That is a very nice goal, if I do say so myself. Might be offside. Is it? No. Let's go. Skip that. And now you go to praise. So first you say demand more, and then when you're leading, you always go praise. But that's the second down. Insane. I mean, I thought we were gonna be better, but this much better. I hope we will save some of our playing style for the Champions League. What did the keeper do there? We completely missed the ball there. Once again, shouts and praise. Praise them through the roof. Just make sure that they don't score straight after that, but we can't. That is offside. Yes. Yeah, definitely offside. 100%. Oh damn, it's a shame. Okay, well, so we score a minute after they score from kickoff. Pretty sad, but nothing we can do about that at the moment. So halfway there. I always say don't get complacent or I'm not happy with your performance. That ought to make them play better. And then around the 60th minute I always go take a look who is not performing well. So as you can see, Lang has a 4.6 here, a 6.4, sorry. It's not good, not great, but since he's a good player it might not say too much for now. So I'm leaving him on, hoping that he will be able to do well. He is playing on that right side. I think he might be played better on that left side. And then let's bring in Bakayoko for Saibari. Hunter's doing pretty well in that position, isn't he? Very young player. Here goes Dest. Oh, and there you see, that's Lang. You know, he gets into the area where he needs to be. Okay, for now, still fine. Lang, 6.2 though for Lang. If it gets any worse, I'm taking him off. Let's not make any mistake here, buddies. Yeah, that's fine. That is a good ball by Lang. Can he finish? Oh, jeez. Why are you not running after the ball? Bakayoko, run. What are you getting paid to do? And look, and now it's suddenly a 6.5, so yeah. I'm actually happy we didn't bring him off yet. That's good football from Bakayoko. He made some space. And that's a good ball. Yeah, good football. I don't know what they're doing. Is it nicer to look at it from? Let's see what you guys might like. Oh, and it's in. Well, my bad for that. Let's go. 3-1. Lang, look, like I said, because he has the quality, he still can contribute. Just a high ball. Who heads it? Bakayoko wins his heading. Okay. Well, if he starts winning his aerial duels, then we're fine. I want to see what this highlight brings. Lang to Van Aanholt, to Boskakli, to Lang. Yeah, back to Till. Yeah, good. That's good football. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. They've got it. We need to grab that ball. That's good by These. Yeah. Bakayoko. These back. Yeah, now what? But that's a long highlight. Oh, once again that. Oh, jeez, what a good goal! Once again that long Pepe combo. Looking very good. Here we go. Boskakli, Lang to Pepe, and he barely didn't get it, but then Till gets it and just smashes it past the goalkeeper. Very good. Let's just make a substitute because I would like These to not get his second red. Hervé Lozano could do with some time, and let's take Tigoland off as well. Praise them once again, but I think we should be almost done here with this game. Oh, Tim van de Heuvel actually. He got brought in and he already has a yellow card, so very interesting what he did. Okay, they get a goal back. Luckily it doesn't matter since it's just the Super Cup. Skip that. And that should be the end of the game post-match. And we actually have our first piece of silverware in here. The Super Cup. Congratulations, lads. I am happy. I am very happy with the 13th Super Cup. Luc de Jong injured for 4 to 5 months. Okay, that's going to be very tough. 4 to 5 months without arguably the best header in the game. I thought it was going to be something easier, but 4 to 5 months is absolutely insane. Yeah, that sucks a lot, but nothing we can really do about it. That means that Pepe does get a chance to play, because he's a backup striker, right? And I think he is the best one after Luke. Let's take a look. Gusto could also play there very well. And Pepe is actually not that good as we think, even when we look at the Excel sheet. However, I would like to try him there. 29k. Go to the main thing, you see we have so many injuries. That's some bad luck. Okay, here we'll see our next opponents. So we'll play Rangers or Servette, just like in that year itself, where we played Stoomgrass, beat them, and then we beat the Rangers. Just good, which is very good. Yeah, this is fine. Luc de Jong, although he's injured, is a very good leader. And then Joey Veerman, although also injured, is a very good leader. If we hire this, yeah, we do get more money. Let's just do that. That should be fine. And then, of course, take a look at scouted players. If all the A pluses have been scouted, they have not. You can see the ones that are actually like a little bit grey are the ones that not have been scouted yet, so just click on them and go scouting. There's a lot here that have actually been scouted, so I think it's almost time for us to make some moves. Peppy gets Bruce Lee for 1 to 2 days. Does that mean that I don't have a striker? Ah, here, this is what we wanted to see. Foodie Scout, that guy. Foodie Scout player. Yep. Very good. Squad numbers, don't care too much about. Luke de Jong has been removed, since he's not going to be able to play for us anymore. At least not into those first 2 games, so it'd be stupid to put him in anyway. Okay. So we now have this game coming up. This is the main team, but Ramalho is of course not playing in there anymore. So what does that mean for the main team? I think that means that Jordan These is in the center of defense. And I think that means that I would love Sambo. No, actually Patrick van Aanholt to play there, and that means that Koen Jans actually gets a spot in the starting or in the backups. For now, that is at least. So we have this game coming up, and as you can see, we still have to make 3 substitutes. Here Lozano can't play yet, so we're playing Bakayoko there on the left side, and on the right side Sabari. Luke de Jong can't play since he's injured, and so is Peppy. So that's going to be tough for us, and I think I'm going to give Gustil a chance there. Joey Veerman also still injured for 7 days. So that means that Tigo Land is actually coming with us. So are these guys, and I'm just going to fill this up with the other guys. They won't play, but I'm bringing them anyway, just to for them to get some experience or whatever. So we're playing away from home. Yeah, just very unlucky with the injuries. I don't understand how that happens, but we'll see. Let's go into the game, skip ahead, always go, encourage them if you're not leading, if you're behind or you've drawn. Very good header. And if you're leading, go ahead and praise them, because if you praise them, then they don't get mad at you and you keep the healthy morale. So here goes the encourage, and as you can see, all happy faces down here. Actually, you know what? I am actually going to preferences, and I'm going to make this zoom a little bit bigger, because I do think it's almost not visible for you guys otherwise. So let's just make this 100%. I still have good eyes, that's why I use it, but okay. Yeah, there we go. Makes it a lot more visible, hopefully, for you guys. Zoom in a little bit here. Van Aanholt with the ball. Schnech. Is sideline actually the right one to see? Oh, long scores. That's very nice. Yeah, I think sideline is the right one. You can see it quite okay. No, it's not offside. I didn't even see it, but I don't believe it. And there it is. 0-1, so that's good. Let's see what happened. Dest through the legs of that player. Land, Dest, and we just put it forward, and Lang put it in. Very nice. And now, since we're ahead, let's praise it. Bakayoko back to These. In real life, oh, that's a very good call again. I was gonna say, in real life, Patrick van Aanholt is very, very fast, but in the game, he's only 15-15, and you'll say, yeah, that's still pretty fast, but I believe that this guy is like, maybe he's worth 17-17, I would say. That's how fast he is in real life, just no one gives him credit for it. That's a very good ball to Till, and Till just finishes it very, very calmly. We have good XG. Let's just not concede. Take this score with us to the home game, and in the home game we'll hopefully have some players back, such as Lozano and Veerman. Let's just hope that these guys can hold out. That's a good tackle by These. Can we also stop that guy? We can try, and we don't manage to. Okay. Well, Do you remember what I said about not conceding? This is the opposite, unfortunately. I don't need to see it again. Let's praise it again. Let's see if we can get a goal back, just like Feyenoord did against us. Either way, a draw would still be fine if we're seeing how many players we're missing. That's a good opening by Land. Dest into the box. Lang, once again, the same thing. Dest puts it forward and Lang just puts it in. Is that a advanced midfielder? He's doing pretty well in that position. Here he goes, Land to Dest. Dest. With his head, very nice to see. Can you give it a fourth here? Yeah, Lang takes it. Oh, that would have been some hat trick. Oh, what? What was that? What a absolute screamer. Holy shit. I've not seen anything like that. Damn, first Lang with his screamer and then Schouten just does this. Gets the ball, one taps it, boom. It would have been, that was easily taken by the goalkeeper. And this is actually the Dutch goalkeeper who went to Brighton for 5 mil and then just got loaned back because he wasn't good enough in the end. Sprays. And that should be the first half. So let's once again say I'm very happy with how things are going. Keep it up. Dest is actually injured. Minor injury. Let's take him off. What should I do? Let's bring Sambo on. And actually, I want to bring Bababi on here. Let's bring him on for Sabari. That should be fine. And he gets a yellow card. Comes in, gets a yellow card. Good control, Lang. Good job. Keep the pressure on. Do a 1-2. Very good ball. Yeah. Good vision, Land very well. Sambo plays the ball too much. That wasn't in? Huh. That looked like it was in, but of course the referee should have a watch, and it's a game, so if it went in, it should have went in. Oh, that's dangerous. Should keep him so close by. Oh, that was a good try by Land. Actually, 65 minutes. I always like to do my substitutes before the 70th minute because I feel like at that point, if you bring a player in, he actually gets the match experience. So I will bring in Tim van der Heuvel for Tigo Land and still have 2 substitutes to make. So Javon Simons I will bring in for Noah Lang, and also Koen Jansen for Patrick van Aanholt to relieve our backs a little bit, since I do think we'll need them in the long run. Is this still a highlight? Surely not. Okay, it's still a highlight. Okay, it's actually a goal. That is nice. execute the ball into the team. You don't have to score. I think with this lead, we could even... Oh, that's a bad ball. Could even play the B team in the second game and be okay. I'm actually never playing Malik Tillman, but I love this guy in real life, but yeah, I just don't think that I want to play him since he's a loanie. I don't like to play loanies when you're this big of a club. Actually, another one. I don't know what's happening here. 1-6. Quickfire double from PSV Eindhoven. Yeah, I do agree with that. Praise the team. Johnston. Oh. And that's... Oh. Yeah, this is not going in. Would be nice if it did, but I doubt it. I think the ref is gonna blow. Or not, or we get one more chance. Oh. Alright. That's it, that's absolutely insane. That's a very good score. It's a good win for us. Thank you, well done. Let's hope that the injury from Dest isn't too big. 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, this is what I mean, like, so we're missing another player, and 2 to 3 weeks means that he might even miss the other games as well. What I'm gonna do for now is take these guys, right? Press B, and we are going to call this PSV Scout. So we now have that so saved somewhere. I'm going to take that, put that, as you can see right here, into this screen, paste it like that, and then in PT data you should have everything you need. So what are these ones, you might ask yourself, or what are those ones with the high numbers? Those are the ones that we actually haven't scouted fully, and if they're not scouted fully, then you don't get the right numbers. So what we do, we copy them from here, we paste them, and we make them yellow, and then we go from largest to smallest. Then we have these guys, and then what I want to do is I just want to remove them. So as you can see, we have scouted 2 goalkeepers here. Jay Gorter, we have scouted, he is 12.3, so he's not better than what we currently have, and what we're looking for is actually anything that could help us. So you see here we have there's 2 guys who are very good at fullback, however they're quite old and not really feasible for us to bring in. As a ball playing defender, we got rid of Ramalho, like as you can see here, so let's make him blue since we have loaned him out. But we do of course want another ball playing defender. So any of these guys should be good for us to bring in as a ball playing defender to replace Andre Ramalho. And what I'm looking at is then someone who's at least a little bit better, so any of these guys, and who's quite young still. And what appears as a good buy for me is Matteo Gabbia, and also of course Jaka Bayo. So those guys I would like to bring in if it's possible, and we're just going to see if we can bring them in. So first we had Matteo Gabbia, who's a 23-year-old Italian playing for Casavit, who is of course AC Milan. He's earning 21k, so let's see if they actually want to get rid of him. So he wants a lot of money, but he's a very good player. He's one of the best players that we are potentially bringing in. Borussia Dortmund and Pantelupe, who is Napoli, also want him in. They want that kind of money for him. I think we can make in a very good bid because they want 9 million and I don't really want to pay that. So let's see if they would go for that. They do not. Matteo Gabbia. So what I would then do is go back once again because they want some additional money and I don't want to give that to them. So let's go and see if we can do it like that. 5.5 million, they will accept, and we have got him in. See if he wants to actually join us. Considerable interest in negotiating those feels like more appealing options anywhere, everywhere. Yes, I do agree. So you want to go from squad player to regular player to important player. Challenge for the Eredivisie title, I will not do that, and that should be all fine. And then you want 42 million or 42k a week. I'm not gonna give that to you, but 32.5 should be fine. And now we're just going to lower it down. So 34 I mean. He doesn't agree. 36, he doesn't agree. So let's go 34.5, and I think that should be fine. So now we have a bid in for that guy, but also of course Jaka Bajol. Also a very good player, Slovenian, playing for Fiorentina, is a little bit more expensive. And he's just joined from Udinese for 5 million, so he's probably not gonna want to join. Other than that, I don't really see a lot of options which are cheap and are actually good for our team, which would really be an upgrade and would be okay considering the circumstances. However, if we go ahead and take another look at our Excel, you'll see here that there's also some good defensive midfielders in here. Allen, for example, Etienne Capoue, who is also very good and we could use as a backup, and also even more talented players. You see one, Penetra, I would really like him, but he is way too expensive for me to bring him as this current moment. But what I do find interesting is that Emilio Martinez, who we saw before, he's also in here, and he will cost us 5.2 to 6.4 mil. Also Oliver Sorsen I see here, but I think that this guy would be a very good addition to our team. So let's see if we can actually bring him in. So once again, we're doing the switch and we're going back. So we have Emiliano Martinez, who is Martinez. Is that guy? No. Is it this guy? Yes. So it's this guy playing for Midtjylland. Very good defensive midfielder. Let's see how much they want. 5.2, and he does want a steep wage, but I think we should be able to pay that for him. Let's see if they would be okay with that. They wouldn't, but they would be okay with probably about this. Yes. So once again, bringing him in, he is very interested in joining us. This is good to see. Let's bring his expectations a little bit lower. So let's make him impact squad player and then regular player starter. Let's see if he wants that. He agrees with that. A contract 20k for 5 years. He agrees with that as well, and I think that would be a very good signing. Other than that, I don't think we currently need someone in our team who will help us make our team a little bit better. I think we just needed, definitely needed that guy, those two guys to upgrade our defense, because I think they were very well wished upon. However, I do see someone else here now, Alan Rodriguez. You see here, he has he can play anywhere in those front three positions, which I really like, and he's also very cheap. So what I would like is Alan Rodriguez right here, and also Etienne Capoue. I think I'm going to try to bring those two guys in if we still can, but of course the focus will be on Alan Rodriguez. So let's go back. It's one Alan Rodriguez, and that's a guy that we haven't actually seen before. So let's discuss. What do you want? They want a lot of money, and he wants a big pay rise from what he's earning right now. But let's see if we can actually make them having to pay less. Let's see if they would accept 3 million. They wouldn't. Let's do 1.5 and 2.7. No. Well, then let's just do this, because that would be okay for them, right? 5.2 mil should also be fine. And we have also Etienne Capoue. Am I writing that right? Capoue, here he is. He doesn't earn that much, so that's good. However, he wants to keep the same wages or even earn a little bit more. Let's see what they say against 1 million, see if they would accept that. And before we do that, let's bring Rodriguez in. I want him as a regular starter. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Important player. We're going to lie a little bit to him right there, because he's never going to be an important player. 17.5, 18. 18 should be fine. That's nice. And then we're gonna see Rangers versus Servette and see how our opponents will do. And we actually see Servette is no match for Rangers. They are also winning 6-1. So it's almost already 100% clear who is going to be our opponent. As they come back with a bid. Let's do 1.5. Let's see if they accept that. They do. Capoue, still interested. You can be a regular starter. And you will accept that. 2 years. Now I actually want 1 year here. Oh, you don't. I can't give you that at all. You want 2 years. Not a fan of this deal. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take that. I'd rather have the other 3 in and leave Capoue out. But you never know. That's Martinez in. So that's good. So send him on a course. So paying 6.7 mil for this guy. Seems quite okay. Very well rounded. And what that means for us is that we have to, of course, go back to our Excel sheet. And we have now looked through all the players that we already have. So I'm going to Control Z all of these guys out again. And then I will add yes to this. Then we are taking the players that are in here, plopping them right in here again. And do the same thing as we just did before. So we are going to remove these guys. And then the player that we've just brought in is Martinez. So what I will do then is go Martinez. Emmanuel Martinez. And I'll put him as a yes. As in yes, he is in the first team. So then we will sort right here to yes. I want only yeses because I only want everyone in my team. Emiliano will get his color removed and now we will find a place for him. So what we just saw is that Andre Ramalho got loaned out, so he is no longer part of the team. That meant that what did we say? We said that Jordan Taser would be the ball playing defender, which means that we now have a fullback spot open. That fullback spot was going to be filled in by Patrick van Aanholt. And now we can decide, hey, Emmanuel Martinez, you could also play in the fullback position. Would you like to? Because of course, in the defensive midfield position, we don't really have a spot for him, and we would still like for him to play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a fullback. So he is going to be playing as a fullback. And how does that look like in game? Well, let me show you real quick. So here we have Martinez, and we are going to go right here. He's going to be playing on the right side, so defender, fullback on the right. Try to start playing there, and you know what the most amazing thing about this is? If we actually take a look at this fullback, he has everything that he needs to play in that fullback position. So very happy with that. So that does mean that our team is going to look a little bit different once again, because Emmanuel Martinez is going to play as a right back. So he's going to play right there. He can't play there yet, I do know that, but later on he might be able to. Mauro or Koen Jansen, who was filling in at that point, is going to be removed once again from the team, and Patrick van Aanholt is going back in. So this is what I meant, where you can praise the people who are doing well. Just always praise them, it gives them good mentality, it makes them play better. I would always suggest doing that. It's always a good thing to do. Alright, first Eredivisie game then in between our Champions League games is against FC Utrecht. I am not expecting a lot from this, so let's get on with it. Alan Rodriguez also wants to join, so that is a very good. Send him on a Dutch course, and he is now in as our midfielder, which is nice. Means that we still have 7 mil in the bank balance, and we are still trying, of course, to bring someone in. Gabia here on 5.5 mil, but we should have enough for that. Then Alan Rodriguez, he is definitely 100% going to be a backup, as you will see right here, because we will remove this filter, and then we will go to Alan Rodriguez. We have him here, and you will see that he will be added to the new. Yes, he will be in the team. We will remove his coloring so that we know that he is now in the team, and we will filter once again on yes. And then you'll see that he should be in here. So then what I would like to do is, since he's new to the team, I want to see where can you play, where do you fit. So he's right here, Adam Rodriguez, and you can see that he's better than who's still actually in the advanced midfield position. He is as an inside forward, he is better than the current inside forward as Johan Bakayoko and Isaac Bababi, and as an advanced forward he is better than our advanced forward, which is Ricardo Pepi. So if I'm thinking correctly, then I see here Johan Bakayoko and Isaac Bababi, and I actually want to be able to loan out Bababi. Why? He's still young, he needs playing time, and he's just not good enough. And with this new signing of Alan Rodriguez, who is a better inside forward than actual or the same level as Saibari, it means that he will be our inside forward in the rest, and I don't have place for Isaac Bababi anymore. So we will go back to our team, and we have Isaac Bababi here. Alan Rodriguez is going to replace him on the right side. He can play, but what I would like for him to do is to also be able to play on that left side a little bit better. However, he can already play there, and he is left-footed. He's right-footed actually, so that means that I would even like him to play on the left side even more as an inside forward in the support. Alright. Isaac Bababi unfortunately is going to be loaned out, fortunately for him. And then our first ever game in the Eredivisie is going to start against FC Utrecht. There we go. So this is the team. I think I forgot to save it, so let's save it as main. Yeah. So due to Des is we still have 4 injuries in our main team, so Des can't play, so Van Aanholt is playing. Veerman still can't play, so Alan Rodriguez is playing there. Because he's also a creative player, right? Good finishing. If we take a look at the defensive midfielder, he actually is very well rounded, just doesn't have the greatest strength since he's quite small, but we still have Jerry Schouten there to figure that out. Lozano is also still injured, unfortunately, for 3 days, so let's also play Johan Bakayoko. And then, of course, like we did, we are going to put Pepi in, and then the whole first team should be fine. But of course, the actual very injured players we need to get out, and just put in the players that we have from the youth team, which are going to help us if we run into any injuries. So there we go, this team is going to do it. Walter Benitez in goal, Van Aanholt and Martinez as the fullbacks. Martinez his first game for the club. Deze Boskakli, Schouten and Rodriguez. Rodriguez also making his first game for the club. Lang, Bakayoko, Sabari and Pepi up front with a lot of youngsters as substitutes. Let's go to our first match with for those 2 players and our second match in this leg, where the first leg we won 6-1. Set the assistant to kick off, skip this part and go ahead and encourage the team. And there we go. Actually encouraging them, I just forgot, here doesn't do anything since the game thinks we're leading. Oh wait, no, this is against Utrecht. I am completely mistaken. This is not the Champions League game. This is actually pretty tough to get a penalty review. No, this is always a penalty usually. It's going to look, can we see? Yeah, no, that's not a penalty, ref. No way, that's a penalty. Yeah, good job. I was completely mistaken. This is in the league, so it does actually make sense to encourage them with their shouts. Flamingo, he's actually playing for PSV this season because they bought him. Oh, long, almost. Good try, guys. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say we can do another shout, but let's see what happens here. Good by Martinez. Good press. Saibari onto the wings. Penalty. 100% a penalty. No doubt. Yeah, penalty. Yeah, gosh, who's going to take a Pepe? Yeah. Very good. 1-0. Nice, we don't need to see the replay, do we? We've already seen it. And now we go ahead and praise the team. Yeah, Flamingo, this guy, he's playing for PSV now. They bought him for 10 million, I think. Very good player. I'm waiting for FM25 so I can play with the upgraded PSV team. Just, oh, they've been so good. They've bought Dest and Tillman in IRL. Also, very happy with that. Good ball back, that is. Okay, go. Oh, so close, man. Good try. No, we're not playing for the pieces. Good tackle there to get the counter attack off. So it's alright, it's not the best. Let's do, I'm not happy with the performance since I'm really not. We need to score more goals. Yeah, this guy is a little bit fatigued here. Could bring in Malik Tillman for any of them. However, not sure if it's necessary yet. So let's just start the second half, praise them again. And see what we can do. I'm bringing on Tillman for Bakayoko just because Bakayoko wanted it himself. Let's see if we can make some quality impulses here. Sabari off, Noah Long in, and then Noah Long from that side. Yeah, that should be fine. I think those are the only change I'm gonna make. Still in. That's a corner for us, that's good, yeah. Very good, Jordan Deze winning the header there. Praise the Lord. There we go. Let's hope they don't score. Oh, that's a lot of space. That's really lucky. That's really lucky that they didn't score there. Let's ignore that advice. Don't need to bring someone in. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 2-0 win is alright. Very good, well done lads, very good. And I just wish that 2-0 that they scored it earlier so I could make some changes. Jordan Deze 7.8, very well. Alright, and the last game of this stream will be against Sport Club Stoomgras, which should already in potential be a one game, but yeah. How do you say that in a nice way? There. Shit. Not very good. Yeah, we take on Stoomgras, and I think actually what we can do, since we have beaten them so handily in the first game, we can actually I don't like this. I don't like that second division either. I do like this though. Royal Antwerp. Yeah, I know how this works. I know how this works. Thank you very much. If they're playing him, they can pay less. Yes, I like that. And also in Keulen, if you're playing him, you don't need to pay me anything. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Both regular starter, which I like. Because that means that they get to play a lot. And these other guys, they already offered squad player and not any wages, so they just want to use him. That's what I think the game does. So I hope that he gets to either one of those guys. Him staying in the Eredivisie could also be good for him, right? However, if we take a look at our club info, you see that we don't really have. We have them, right? We could bring him there. Where is he? We could see if we can move him. Oh, we can't do that, can we? No, don't think we can. Because I would have liked him to stay in the Eredivisie, because he can learn a lot there. He doesn't need to go abroad, but of course they also need to want him. Alright, so like I said, last game of the stream. However, we can't play Alain Rodriguez or Emmanuel Martinez since we haven't registered them. Veerman's back, luckily, can play 60 minutes, and also Lozano is back, but we should be careful with them. Martinez can play, so I would like to play Sambo there. I can't play Sambo there because he's also injured. So Taze is playing there, and we're going to play Bela Kotchap in the center of defense. Also a very good player, loaned in from Southampton. Don't have a loan or a buy option on this guy. Very good potential this year's game, but I don't think good enough right now to be a starter. We got a Pepe for Luc de Jong in, and then of course we're going to make all the changes that we usually do. by bringing in the youngsters to replace the guys that can't play because of injuries and other things. So once again, Walter Benitez in the back, Jordan These and Van Aanholt today are backs, with the central defense Boskakli and Bella Kotschap. Veerman and Schouten, Veerman back from injury in the middle of the park. Lang still on his spot as an advanced midfielder. Lozano back from injury on the right. Sabari back from injury on the left. I'm actually going to switch them up. And Pepe leading the attack. Of course, we have already won 6-1. So I think I might give Jelly Schouten a little bit of free time and just bring in Tikoland in his place. The youngster, which I have a lot of faith in that he will develop into an insanely good player. Of course, since we're already leading 6-1 here, the best thing to shout is to praise them, since that that score gets transferred to this game. So they're not, the game doesn't think you're 0-0, the game thinks you're 6-1 ahead. he gets to walk the whole field right, no one stops him, then he shoots and he just hits the crossbar. It's very interesting. Veerman to These, yeah. Loses the ball, get that, good job. Atlanta is playing so well for a guy with his attributes. I think it's because his vision and passing is just, oh, but look at that goal, man. Like, you can't tell me this guy is not good. He is 17 years old and he's playing like this. He just has the right attributes for that position to play there. Look at this guy. Where is he? Tikoland. Look. He has everything that you need. He's so well rounded already and he's 17 years old. He's gonna get so much better. I mean, he's absolutely insane, no? He's just a very good box-to-box midfielder. See what more he can do. Sorry about that. That's nice to look off. Here he is again. Oh no, that's Lang. Okay, that's a different one. And that's how easy we make 2-0. Damn, we're good, aren't we? Land. Look, he hits it at the backside of his boot. Lang puts it forward to Pepe and he just scores. Very well done, guys. And while I was getting some water, I do see that Boskakli ran into an injury, and I think as a precaution I'm just gonna stop him off. Well, of course we have no one who can play in that position. I do have one idea. Bring him off, take Boskakli off for Kunjanse, who's actually a left back, but Ledesma can play there actually. Not very well. Yeah, what do I do here? Don't have any defenders on the bench. Well, I can just not bring in Ledesma, bring in Ten van de Heuvel, play him right there, and play him as a halfback. Halfback on defense, so the team is gonna look a little bit different, but we should be fine. And after the referee blows for half time, we're going to play differently. because I'm going to make a lot of changes. Since we're leading 7 goals, it doesn't really seem a need for me to play all my best players still, and we're leading 8 goals now. Dressing room. I'm pleased. And then let's see here. Lozano is 100% coming off. Bakayoko is coming in. Let's bring Koen Jansen in. Why not? Bababi. Let's bring him in. And Javon Simons. And I think those are all our substitutes that we're going to make, and they're just going to have to get the job done, but this should be very well easy to do. Look how bad this team is, by the way. Like, or we're just very good. Oh, okay. Well, that should have gone in, guys. Come on, someone should have hit that in. 2.13 XG, so we're not even doing that well. We just had a lot of scoring chances. Goals open, yeah, very good. Leading by 10 goals is insane. It's absolutely insane. Alright, here we go. Nope, not another one. That's a shame. But like we saw in our home game, we could still score after this highlight. Bababi, good ball. Deze. That's a good ball though. Back to Jansen. Bababi scored, like I said, 3rd goal of the season. Bababi, and not to think that we're loaning this guy out, he just needs the playing time. He's already so good. One more, he actually gets his 2nd half hat-trick. If you look at his stats in the Excel, you'll see that he's not good enough to play for our team right now, but you know, maybe later. You get some playing time. Pepe. I don't know what's happening. It's nothing what I did. Like, just follow the simple steps and it's very easy. See Pepe scoring in an onside? Is he offside? Yeah, no, it's onside. Tim van de Heuvel there. Very good ball by Babi. I think Stoomgras is also having an off day, a big off day. Don't tell me this is going in too. Nope. Alright, Bakayoko. Put it in. Look, this is what they always do, they just head it away. Oh, I say that and now they get a chance here. Schnech, Boyfking, luck, and they score. Yeah, go take that ball. You only need 12 more. That should be game. Yes. 12-2 to the dressing room. Very well done. Could give some big players some rest, which is nice. We have 1-6-1. Yeah, Was Cogley injured for 2 to 3 weeks? Of course. Because why the hell fucking not? We don't have enough injuries already. 6 strong, yeah, I know about that. Can't do anything about it. Coupleway wants to sign for us, but I am holding back that thought because I still want that guy who we brought in at the first place. That's the guy I want. That's the guy who I'm willing to wait for everyone. Because the other two already came in, but of course we want the Italian powerhouse himself from AC Milan. Okay, yeah, we've been looted against Rangers, so we're playing them in a couple of days. And there is Matteo Gabbia. Yes, okay, guy that I wanted the most is in here, so that's very good. Ask him to welcome him. Thank you very much for that. Just out of completeness of it all, I'm going to show you where he fits in, but I think we all know he's just going to be our starting ball playing defender, so I'm just going to put in ball playing defender already. And then I'm going to put in yes and remove his color. And then you'll see right here that he is 100% our best ball playing defender in the game. 13.4. However, that does mean that we don't need Joran Teza or Olivier Poskakli anymore. I think it means even more that we don't need Poskakli. At least not as a ball playing defender. Because Joran Teza is 23 years old. However, I do think Joran Teza would be better as a fullback. So I'm going to make Poskakli a ball playing defender. Keep him ball playing defender with Gabbia and make Joran Teza fullback. Which means that as fullbacks we had Mario Martinez and of course Dest here. So Mario Martinez unfortunately is going to be our fullback in the rest, and that means that either Patrick van Aanholt or Sambo could go. And I think since I'm loaning in Patrick van Aanholt, I could maybe potentially end his loan, but I'm not sure if that's a possibility here. I can, so I can terminate his loan, and I think that's what I will do. So that means that Patrick van Aanholt here will go. And what does that mean in the game? Well, it means the following. We have Patrick van Aanholt here. He has a 18.2k salary. We're terminating that loan. He will move to his club. Let's continue once, so you will see that it's finished. I mean, he did do pretty well, don't get me wrong, right? He did do pretty well, but he's a loanee. And I don't really want him to be loaned in. So, what does that mean for the team? Go to the main squad. Olivier Poskakli is going to be our left back. Sergio Dest is going to be our right back. Emmanuel Martinez is going to go out and Gabbia is going to go in. Emmanuel Martinez, however, is still our backup fullback, and he can also play in other positions in the team, which is absolutely great. So he's very versatile, and that's what we're looking in those kind of players. That does, however, mean that we currently have this as our team. We do have a lot of injuries still. We can still go to Sambo now, since his contract is running out. We also saw that at the beginning. There's a couple of contracts running out here. If we go ahead and go to these guys, you see all of these contracts are running out. This one I don't care too much about. This one either, neither. However, Sambo, I do care. I wanna make him stay longer, and it's better to do that now than later on. Because I think just giving him a contract will be good for us and good for him, because we can sell him on later on if he just gets some playing time. However, I do want him to come in for 5 years, so 6.5k for 5 years is fine. It's a big increase of what he has now, but hopefully he can still improve a whole lot. So those are actually all the signings that I wanted to bring in. So I'm very happy that it all went so well. Because like we're now in this position, we can select those players that we want to join. Matteo Gabbia, I want to come. Emmanuel Martinez can come, and also I think that should be fine. So confirm that. Mauro Omitsu and Emmanuel Martinez. Oh yeah, I forgot to register him, but I will register him next time that we're playing in the Champions League. If we make the Champions League, I'm not sure if we actually need that guy. So Sambo resumes full training, so we only have a couple players still in here. Gottschalk and Dest. Oliver Buscagli is a little long way until returning, and also of course Luc de Jong. So we do have some good players coming back, which is nice to see. Especially for this game against Rangers, we're gonna need the full team there. We really do, because it's not gonna be an easy game. Rangers, they're a very good team. We should be better, but of course we don't always have the FM gods with us. Praise these guys from training for training so well. But this guy has 16 dribbling, that's absolutely insane. And then that should be it for now. So I'm going to end this here. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be trying to stream a lot more in the coming days. So if you want to see how we're doing, please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see whenever I'm streaming this save again. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in and hope to see you in the next one.